Good morning, my name is Fatia and welcome to our Digital Transformation for Tomorrow series. STACS is establishing a series of interviews with the top leader in the industry, and today we are pleased to welcome Mr. Boon-Hiong from Deutsche Bank. Boon is the head of the Securities Market Development and Advocacy based in Singapore and has been in Deutsche Bank since 1998. In his current role, Boon represents Deutsche Bank as a securities market and technology-informed advocate on regulatory market and digital changes. He has participated in APEC and the World Economic Forum Digital ASEAN in digital assets, DLT, cryptocurrency, and dark web discussions. He also served the industry association like the Association of Global Custodians, ASIFMA, ASEAN Plus Free Bonds Market Forum, and the APAC CSD Group. Today, Mr. Boon is going to share his expertise and opinion in our topic, digital transformation in the new normal, blockchain development in the industry. Thank you so much, Mr. Boon, for joining us and for accepting this invitation to our STACS series. How are you today?
Very good, and good morning to you, Fatia. Thank you very much for this invitation to be part of this really exciting transformational program, right? To inform and then to raise awareness. So looking forward to an enjoyable session with you. Thank you.
We are really pleased to have you. Thank you so much for accepting this invitation. So before to start, I will ask you like some few questions. Do you see challenges affecting the momentum of digital transformation during the COVID-19?
You know what? I think, COVID-19 has actually raised the importance of digitalization. So, if that is the effect, then it's a positive effect. But this is because, right, the social distancing, the working from home has really increased, right, the awareness and emphasis on digital and, on the details like, hey, do you need a wet signature or can a digital signature be possible? So we actually see digitalization momentum picking up and increasing. In fact, one of the challenge then, or a couple of challenge in this momentum will be, can laws and regulations support digital means of doing things? So, for example, if you need a signature, if you need a wet signature, can a digital signature replace the wet signature? And if it's a digital signature, do you have any specific standards for the digital signature? Can you accept, for example, DocuSign as an electronic signature? So we see actually this progressing, but we also see regulators are really encouraging digitalization. For example, in Malaysia, with the encouragement for electronic annual general meeting. So all in all, it has been a silver lining in this public health crisis.
Thank you. And how do you see the Asian capital markets transforming using DLT technologies?
I think, the Asia capital markets transformation will be a gradual one, but, something that will be very profound and very significant. So, we will take a look at, don't look at the technology. It's not about blockchain or DLT, but let's, look at what DLT and blockchain, the characteristic that it can bring. So let me give some example, a quick one, right? So for, in the financial market infrastructure space, like those are really exciting initiatives by Australia Stock Exchange, Hong Kong Stock Exchange, and the POC that's going on in Japan with Japan Stock Exchange. They are looking at common data definition and common business processing logic. With these characteristics, what it means is that the market flows and structure can be more streamlined, can be more compressed. And then at the same time as well, right, risk management can be better and ops costs could be lower as well. So, with all these things, that's where, one driver of the transformation in Asia capital markets can happen in the regulated space. In the recent Thai Ministry of Finance placement of the 1 baht retail bond is a really exciting and we believe a landmark milestone. Why? Because it demonstrates the ability to use DLT to service from primary issuance to secondary market, and to be able to place 1 baht, which is like, I think 4 cents Singapore per denomination, cheaply, fast, effective, and on a trusted basis as well. And this actually uses, right, a combination of blockchain characteristics like immutability and smart contracts. So while we are not participating in that live deal, we are excited by it. So we see that, with such experiments and progress, on one hand, it can lead to a more cost-efficient market structure, more effective ways of communication. On the other hand, like what the Thai Ministry of Finance retail bond has demonstrated, it can promote financial inclusion. It can promote greater and ease of financing as well. So, we're excited by the future of in Asian capital markets.
Yes, this is a real progress in the industry in terms of technology. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in your point of view, are there different LT operating models and how they are facilitate the financial institution to implement technologies?
Oh, thank you. I think this question is can be a very long or very short one, but the DLT and the blockchain operating model started off right as being like one picture, one view, and that's like a few years ago, right, when everybody went on the ICO. But from ICO period and era, it has actually spanned out into a number of different operating model. So let me just name maybe 3 or 4 that comes to mind, right? Firstly, you can use DLT for internal efficiency. So, if you use DLT for multi-party concurrent communication using real-time information, then you can see that, it actually changed from a sequential flow into a more parallel flow. This actually can increase internal operation efficiency, very important. Secondly, as an external, operating model, there are a number of platforms such as STACS, and in the States, such as Paxo settlement model, that participants could actually join in order to enjoy the benefits of using similar data definition, digitized environment, similar business processing logic. So this platform actually can become the new back office settlement layer that participants can join in order to enjoy the digitalization benefits. Then, of course, right, the third one will be whereby banks uses this platform in order to create efficiency for their clients. So, for example, can a bank use DLT in a way similar to the Thai Ministry of Finance digital bond to create a bond in a box type of thing for their frequent issuer, so that the issuer can also issue cheaper, faster, better, and for their investors to enjoy a better client experience and investor experience as well. So, these are the emerging operating models that is coming out that, would adds to the excitement of the industry.
Yeah, I completely understand. And with the much recent news on the development of CBDCs from many countries, do you see them potentially playing an important role for the payments, clearing, and settlement?
Oh, definitely. The central bank digital currency would play a really important role. I mean, at the end of the day, when you have a digital asset, you need to exchange with money, with cash. So if your asset is digitized and if your cash is not on the same digital platform, then you start running into other risks, right? Like for example, mismatching risk, settlement failure risk, and other operational and in fact, potentially treasury risks as well, of course. So this actually with CBDC, if CBDC is actually applied to the capital markets space, it serves a very important role to facilitate delivery versus payment. And so, that is one really important role that CBDC can play.
Thank you so much, Mr. Boon. Thank you for sharing your expertise and your knowledge with us. And thank you for participating to this STACS series.
Thank you very much, Fatia, for this interview. Again, we appreciate this opportunity to share some views, and we wish you all the best too. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.